Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Careless Minds. I'm your host, Phil, for this week. With me, I have Darren.
Howdy.
And Ryan.
Yeehaw!
In case you're all wondering why they're sounding so stupid like that, it's because we're at the Wild West. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. Cowboys, Indians, the Wild West, everything for your amusement.
Indians isn't politically correct. It should be Native Americans.
Sorry, Native Americans. But for the people listening, we are going to be talking about cowboys and Indians. It doesn't really sound right down if you say
Native Americans.
Cowboys and Native Americans, does it? It ruins it. How is everybody? All right?
Good, yeah.
Darren, your sore toes disappeared?
No, it's still kind of I've still got the rash thing on it, but...
Oh, right. You need to get that looked
but...
into. Could be a fungal infection, maybe? Or...
No, I just got bitten by something.
Oh, okay. Was it a rodent in that messy room of yours?
Could have been.
Yeah?
Could have been.
You're not unwell now, and luckily, Ryan, me and you survived.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't pass anything on to us.
No, I've been cured of the plague, allergy, or whatever it was.
And you're comfortable?
I'm comfortable. Well, comfortable-ish.
Yes. Ryan, you comfortable? Ready to go?
I'm fine.
Okay. By the way, last week we spoke about our friend who was in the car accident at 5 mile an hour going in reverse. Have you managed to save up any more money for him? So far we've raised 50p, some chewing gum and a bottle cap. Anything else?
I've got a pack of Rolos.
Okay, yeah, that's all right.
Oh no, I'll have the rollers.
Okay, right, no,
You
they've
can have
got
one of the Rolos.
no.
We'll save one for him, and I'll have most of the rollers.
Yeah, don't give him the last one though.
No, nobody takes the last Rolo except for me.
I could have used banana skin.
Yeah,
You could
that's
have
fine. Yeah, it'll have some sort of
Could sell
value.
it on eBay. Maybe.
Yeah,
It could do, yeah.
yeah. It might take us a few weeks to reach £800, but we'll see. Okay.
Right.
Anyway, moving on. We start the show, obviously, with some Would You Rathers. So you ready to go? Darren, first one. Would you rather be a cowboy in the Wild West or be an archer in the Middle Ages?
Ooh, I've got a bit of an obsession with the Middle Ages.
Yeah, obsession's probably dumbing it down a little bit, don't
Yeah, I do really love that.
Of the year.
I do really love that time period, but I think being in the Wild West would be much better.
I'm shocked by this answer, Darren.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I do love the Middle Ages and medieval era. I found it really fascinating, but I wouldn't want to be around in those times.
Right, okay.
So the Wild West, yeah.
You want to be a cowboy in the Wild West?
Yeah,
Okay.
I could go for that.
Ryan, about you? I know you like your archery.
No, I don't.
You love archery?
I've never once been near a bow and arrow.
Where did you get that from?
No, I tell
You
you what,
mentioned
I
it
used to
last
have one of those bow and arrows. You know, where they had like the
Suction
cup
cup.
on the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
Yeah, I used to have one of them.
I like the Hunger Games. He has a bow and arrow. Katniss Everdeen.
Not really medieval though, is it?
True. What would you rather be around? Cowboy?
I'd rather be a cowboy. Seems like it'd be much more fun and exciting. Riding around on a horse, shooting bandits, stopping train robberies, and
Okay.
saving damsels in distress from being tied up on a railway line.
Yeah, see, for that very reason, I would have to pick the cowboy. When you ever even an archer, like, saving the damsel in distress?
Robin Hood was an archer, wasn't he?
Well, I suppose. But Robin Hood could have been a myth, Darren.
Robin Hood was a myth.
Okay, next one. Ryan, would you rather have John Wayne or Clint Eastwood as your father?
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, if you could be a cool dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't?
Clint Eastwood, definitely.
Definitely not John Wayne, the legend.
I'm going to get loads of hate for this, but I think John Wayne's overrated.
You reckon?
I mean, some of his movies are fantastic. Like The Searchers is a good film.
I haven't seen it.
Never seen it.
No.
But I would say Clint Eastwood is a lot better.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. Good, the Bad and the Ugly.
Yeah.
One of the, probably
Never
the best
seen it.
Western ever made.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a film with Clint Eastwood in it.
Maybe not.
No.
But
Quite a lot.
pre-90s mainly.
Yeah. Don't watch old films, they suck.
Okay, next one. Darren. Would you rather be in a cowboy family with your very own horse and hunting rifle in the 1800s, or be in a redneck family with your own camper van, but you have internet?
Just be in the caravan then, because it doesn't seem that much different than...
Being a cowboy? I think there's a lot of difference.
No, not being in a cowboy. Not a lot of difference from how we live now, except we live in a caravan.
True, yeah. In fact, the caravan would probably be in a more better hygienic state than what you're living in at the moment.
Precisely.
How about you, Ryan? Cowboy or redneck?
Where am I living if I'm a redneck?
Well, let's say you're living in somewhere in America, but because you're living in a camper van, we're saying that you don't have a lot of money, so it's not very nice.
So can I afford the internet if I've not got a lot of money?
It's your parents.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that.
Why are my parents not providing me with a better house than a camper van if they can afford so much luxury items?
Because the internet is becoming a necessity, part of the human rights.
I wouldn't say it's a necessity.
I suppose. I don't know is the answer to that. But which would rather be, Ryan?
It's a tricky one, that, Phil.
You got internet access, being a redneck.
Can I not have internet access and be a cowboy?
No, because you're in the 1800s.
I could invent the internet.
You could, but being a cowboy...
What, before the computer?
I could invent the computer as well.
You can't because you won't have the knowledge. How to invent a computer.
How do you know?
Tell me how to invent a computer.
Just put all the bits together and it works.
Where do you find the bits?
I take them with me.
But it doesn't say you're going back in time. It just says you were born in the 1800s.
Born with the knowledge I have now. I go for the caravan.
You want to say the caravan with the internet? Is it purely because of the internet? Is that
Pretty
what's
much,
keeping
yeah.
you? If I didn't say the internet?
Yeah, I'd have gone for cowboys without the internet.
It's the only reason I threw that in. Okay, next question. Ryan, would you rather be a cowboy or a pirate?
Pirate.
Any reason why? Do you like the sea, for instance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most cowboys lived in the desert, didn't they?
Yeah.
The desert's rubbish. I'd rather be a pirate.
Pirate. I bet you don't.
Good question. I don't know about that one. Probably pick the cowboy, actually.
Why?
Even though I found pirates more fascinating. I don't want to be stuck on a ship with just men around me all the time.
Okay.
So, you'd love that, Darren.
Oh, why? I love a bit of semen on my deck.
I have to make this podcast explicit. I have to tick a box whether it's explicit or normal, and everyone so far have gone, explicit.
There's nothing explicit about that.
But it's not
It
really
was
for
an
kids.
innuendo.
Kids will be going, Mom, what does it mean?
Semen.
Yeah.
Who
I know what he means, but it subliminally means something else.
Well,
He pointed to his crotch when he said it.
No.
So you're going to pick cowboy?
Yeah, because I don't like the idea of being on a ship for God only knows how long. It just seems like living in the Wild West would have been more fun than just sailing around the world.
Okay.
My opinion.
All right. Next question then, Darren. Would you rather be amazing with a lasso or be amazing at spinning a gun in your hand?
I'm going for lasso.
What's wrong with that?
I'd rather choose the useful task of lassoing, not spinning a gun.
Yeah.
What's that going to do?
You could entertain the broads with it and they go,
It could be.
my hero.
You know, I can't remember what state it is in America, but it is illegal to lasso a fish.
Is it?
Yeah, I
Really?
can't remember what state it is, but you can look it up. If you
That's
don't
very,
believe
very tricky to
me.
lasso.
I'll be applauding the guy who can do that.
Yeah. So you'd rather be brilliant at a lasso?
I would be, yeah.
How about you? Right?
Definitely
Lasso?
a lasso.
See, I differ with this. I'm not sure. I think I picked the spinning gun. It always looks cool. With, like,
How
shooting yourself.
difficult's that?
Yeah, but you could set it off, couldn't you, in your face? I'd
Yeah,
be
I
pretty
think it means
scared.
when you spin it and put it back into your holster.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Robocop does.
Back in the pocket.
What, so you're shooting it while you're spinning it?
No, you're not
Oh, you
shooting
don't
it.
shoot it.
You know, they go back and forward and flick it and then do all these tricks, back and forward, cock
All
it,
these
and then...
tricks, backwards and
seen-
forwards.
you never
I've
seen
seen
it
them
wrestling
do
when
it.
they
It
go-
just doesn't look difficult.
But imagine shooting it, you could shoot
That's all
it,
you have to do.
I suppose.
Yeah, but you might get it the wrong way. You might point the barrel to yourself.
Well, no, because the barrel's heavier, so it's always going to land with the barrel facing down.
You don't want it facing down. You want it facing
Well, of course
forward.
you do. You want it going down, and then you grab hold of it as it's going down.
want it facing
Easy.
forward.
If you can't spin a gun round on your finger, then you need shooting with the gun.
Right.
That's what I say.
So
I
you
used
go
to do
with
that as
lasso.
a kid, actually, with tight guns.
Did you?
Yeah, I used to love it.
If Darren can do it, anybody can do it.
Okay, next question. Ryan, whilst working in a saloon, would you rather be the barkeeper or be your typical piano player?
Honestly, I'd rather do neither job.
You have to do one.
If I was going to do one, I'd do the piano player.
You know, you often see in the movies that there's always like shoot-ups in there, and which would you be safer being?
I think the shoot-ups happen far less frequently than it portrays in films.
Yeah, I'm sure it
I
does,
don't
yeah.
think it was a daily occurrence. That there was a
Not
gang
again.
of bandits turning up to the local saloon and instigating a shoot-up.
True.
So, yeah, I'd pick piano player.
How about you, Darren?
Can that be the prostitutes?
No, you can't. That comes in a later question.
I would play the piano.
You'd rather play the piano
Yeah.
than be the barkeeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Play it again, Sam.
Darren, would you rather walk along the desert with no water for 4 days, or take part in a good old cowboy quick draw standoff with your worst enemy, i.e. Ryan over here?
That's a pretty easy one, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll have a go for the standoff.
Standoff, yeah?
Yeah.
Seeing as the other option is certain death.
Well, you see, I picked 4 days specifically because
3 days you can survive without water.
I know I was reading on the internet, and there's actually a few people that have survived 4 days without water.
Alright.
So it's that sort of, you might be one of those survivors, you might not be. So I've put that in there purposefully.
So you've got an almost 95% chance of dying or a 50-50 chance of dying.
Well,
Which would
depending
you
on
choose?
how good your gun skills are.
I'm fighting Darren.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's 50-50.
You never seen me. You made me see me shoot a gun.
Oh, well, yeah.
Which one are you going to pick now?
What just said?
50-50 with
Yeah.
a gun shoot?
I'll shoot Ryan.
Okay. Right. You're shooting Darren, by the way.
I don't care who I'm shooting. I'm going for the gun to shoot.
Okay. I think I'd take my chances and stroll the desert for 4 days
Wow.
without any water. And then you get water after 4 days. I think I'd be a survivor.
No, I don't think you are.
I definitely don't think you are. And I think the prevailing wisdom is that a high percentage of people can only survive 3 days without water.
You could drink your urine. You're storing that up.
You're not supposed to drink that.
I know you're not, but you could still hydrate yourself drinking urine.
For how long?
But
Well, an extra day,
No.
you're not going to last 4 days in a
Yeah.
desert.
I
Yeah.
reckon.
I'm quite happy to put this to the test.
Another test.
I will take you to the Gobi Desert
Okay.
and I'll leave you there for 4
4
days.
days.
And if you survive it, at the end of it, you get a free lollipop. And if you don't survive it, I'm taking that tablet home with me.
So it's a quick
Okay.
journey for you then.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
fair
sit on the
enough.
beach for 3 days. And then
Yeah.
when it gets reported that Phil's dead on the third day,
Shriveled
just
up.
go home.
Just a carcass
Yeah.
laying
Can you imagine how horrible if you do survive to the 4th day?
Yeah, it
how
would be
horrible
good,
that
wouldn't it?
4th day would be.
there. I know, it wouldn't.
It would be. In
would be
fact,
good.
the 3rd day is going to be pretty crap.
No,
The
you're
4th
right.
day is
You're
going to
right.
be even worse.
Your
You're
skin will peel.
Yeah, it
You're
would.
not
You
gonna
won't
be
look
able to
good.
walk
Yeah.
or move
You
on
might-
that 4th
yeah.
day.
Okay, fair enough. Ryan, next one. Would you rather be a sheriff in the Wild West or clean toilets for a living in today's world?
Strange one, I think. I think I'd go for the sheriff, though.
Raise your chances. It's dangerous. Could die.
Not when you're as skilled as me.
Okay. Right. Oh, you can't spin the gun. You've already chosen the lasso.
I can't spin
so-
the gun. I chose the lasso because that's a good skill to have. Spinning the gun's easy. Anybody can do it.
Okay. Darren?
That's an easy one. I think it would be a pretty decent job to be a sheriff in the Wild West because we're not going off the movies here. We're going
No.
off actual.
Yeah, actual real life.
Yeah, so it wasn't
This
as
is real
big.
life.
I'm not saying it was safe to be a sheriff in the Wild West, but I'm sure it wasn't as bad as the movies portray.
Okay. Fair enough. Darren, would you rather be an outlaw in the Wild West or be a gangster in 1930s New York?
Interesting. I'll probably go for the Wild West, just for
Okay.
one reason,
Go on.
because they had the electric chair in the 30s, and I think that'd be a painful way to die.
Right.
You get caught in the Wild West and
You get
just
hung?
hang you.
It's not just a joke, it's a horrible way to die.
I know it'd be a horrible way to die, but I can imagine the electric chair would be a lot more painful.
Yeah, it would. I'd be terrified if you put me in that chair. How about you, Ryan?
Gangster, definitely.
Would you? Yeah.
Yeah.
For what reason?
Want to go to a speakeasy?
Oh, okay. That's one of them. Somewhere where you can speak
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
A little place where you can speak to someone.
Yeah, that's it.
For the final, would you rather, Ryan? Would you rather live in the Wild West or live in an apocalyptic wasteland?
Wild West.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's another easy one, Wild West.
Do you think? Yeah?
Yeah,
See, from
because
when go-
when the Wild West ends, you go to the east, where everything's just modern. Well,
Just fine. They got Burger King there and McDonald's.
I don't think they had Burger King in the
Wendy's, I think.
1800s. What's Wendy's? I don't even know that place.
It's like a burger joint.
Yeah. It's got two pictures of like two women. It's like your classic 60s diner style thing.
Well, I'm talking 60s diner in 1870s
60.
or 18.
No.
Of course, it was the 70s.
Ah! Oh, you did that. I want a 1960s diner.
You never know.
You never knew, but I would be pretty shocked if they did.
Okay, then that ends our Would You Rathers for today's cowboy or Wild West related theme. Next, we go on to fact or fiction. Darren?
Fact.
Well done. Don't say true or false. It's
False.
Fact or fiction. The clue
It's true.
is in the title. You did well last week, actually. I went through it all and you were fine.
That's false.
So I'm going to go with you first, Darren. Fact or fiction? Camels could be found in the Wild West.
It is a fact.
Okay. Ryan?
You've already told us there.
I know, but I already had it in and I couldn't think of any more fact or fiction. So.
I'll go for fact.
Okay.
They were shipped over by Middle East and North Africa.
Darren's ruined my next question, but never mind. You are right, it is a fact. I'm not going to tell you why the camels were there. Because
I just told you.
Yeah, because Darren told me, and two, it was going to come up in another question.
I didn't know that. Oh.
Never mind. Ryan, fact or fiction? During a duel or quick draw between two disputing cowboys, it was tradition that they would first predict who would win by participating in a thumb war.
I'm going to go for fiction.
I go for fiction of that as well.
You're right, it is fiction. Yeah.
If you did not mention the thumb war bit, I might have not.
Yeah.
Does it sound quite feasible then until I got
Like
to
a
the thumb
flick of
war?
the
Yeah?
coin or something.
Yeah, like that could have
I should have done flick of the coin, actually, I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Thumb war.
Never mind.
Just love to see him. Come on, you dirty varmint.
The thumb war is very good at predicting the future sometimes.
No, it's not.
I don't think it is, no.
No.
Okay.
What about rock, paper, scissors? You could have gone for that.
I could have gone for that. That was one of my second choices. Yeah.
The coin flip would have been tricky, but rock, paper, scissors or
I was
thumb
only
war.
joking.
Okay, next one. Darren. The reason why it was called the Wild West was because of the wild camels that could be found there. Fact or fiction?
I think that's probably fiction. I don't think it was called the Wild West in that era. 1860s to 1890s or something.
So you're going with fact or fiction?
I think it's fiction because I think it only got called the Wild West from the movies.
Okay. Ryan, how about you?
I agree with Darren's reasoning and answer. I'm going to go with fiction as well.
Fiction?
Don't believe there are any wild camels there. They were
No,
imported
apparently.
from North Africa or the Middle East.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, it is. You've discovered my ruse, but it is fiction. It was called the Wild West because early on it was a vast, lawless area.
What area was
I was wrong with my reasoning.
That's another question coming up. Right? Okay, next one. Fact or fiction? Ryan. The camels that were found in the Wild West were imported from Egypt. Fact or fiction?
Oh, it's a tricky one. It's definitely a tricky one. I'm going to go...
I could get you here.
Well, just Egypt.
Yeah, just Egypt.
Well, I'm sure they weren't just imported from Egypt, no.
So you're going to go with fact or
Yeah,
fiction?
I'm going to go with fiction for that one. I don't
okay.
believe they were solely imported from Egypt. In fact, I'm not even sure that they're native to Egypt. Neither do you.
Well, we'll soon find out, won't we?
We will, yeah.
Darren? Fact or fiction that camels were imported from
I don't
Egypt?
think they were just from Egypt,
Okay.
like Ryan says.
Okay.
No.
It is actually a fact. And I'll read why.
Go on.
In 1843, 66 camels were imported to the west from the Middle East, forming the US Camel Corps, and used to transport goods to...
Can I stop you there?
Yeah, the Middle East isn't...
Egypt isn't in the Middle East. Egypt's in Africa, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I suppose you're right. Well, okay then.
So we'll take
So
the point on
actually-
that one. We'll
well,
take the point on that
I'll
one.
carry on reading anyway. They were used to transport goods to and around other military bases. The experiment was largely considered a success. That is until the Civil War broke out, at which time the camels that had not escaped into the wilderness were purchased by the circus. The last known sighting of a wild camel was in Texas in 1941. So there aren't any camels there anymore.
Well done, Darren. Me and you were correct on
Yeah,
that.
I'll give you that. There was a discrepancy there. I will give you that. Okay. Darren, fact or fiction? Despite popular culture in films, it was actually illegal to carry a firearm on your persons in the Wild West.
Fact. But I think people did it anyway.
Okay, Ryan. It was illegal to carry a firearm.
Illegal. Lots of things are illegal, aren't there? Not very many people follow them all. Imagine would have been quite difficult to enforce as well, wouldn't it? So I could see it being illegal, but one of those laws like we have now, like don't murder people in cold blood.
Yeah, but still, people still do
You
it.
shouldn't do
Yeah,
it, but
yeah.
most people do it once and twice a week.
But it is illegal.
Yeah.
It was declared
I think
illegal.
I'll go with fact as well, yeah.
Can we both go
I
with
think you
fact?
tried to trick us on that one.
Okay. It is a fact. When the local government was formed, the first law passed was to prohibit the carrying of firearms. If someone was caught carrying a firearm, it could even be punishable by death. You both, although this isn't a competition in fact or fiction for Careless Minds, you were both level, and this is the final one. So, could declare a winner here, or we could declare 2 draws. So, Ryan, fact or fiction? In the Wild West, settlers were always constantly clashing with Native Americans.
Always constantly. I would have said fact straight away, but always constantly. I don't think every single tribe, or whatever you would call it, was 100% always clashing with them. I think I'm going to go with fact anyway.
Fact?
Even though I don't like the wording of the question.
Okay. Darren?
I think it's fiction. Because I don't think the Native Americans are Indians weren't as brutal as they're portrayed in the old films.
Okay.
So I don't think they would have just gone out and...
That's not what the question's asking. It's not asking if
Yeah, would they ever... Yeah, but not all the time they would have clashed. They would clash sometimes.
I'm sort of saying...
Yeah, only times they would...
I
think only times they clash is when they're building railroads around the land, or they're building something on their land. If you stay away from their land, I think it would be fine.
Okay. It is fiction, right? I mean, I'll sort of give it to you. The question's, again, a bit vague, but it was fiction. Of the hundreds of thousands of cowboys that were in the Wild West, only a few hundred actually died in clashes with Native Americans. So there you go. There's no winner on this one anyway, because it's just fact or fiction. It's just something for our listeners to be incited by. The quiz is coming up, guys, and it's going to be a fun one.
I'll win.
That ends our fact or fiction for this week. We're now going to Area 52. I've got a Western theme for you here, sort of. We're in the Wild West. John Wayne is spinning his lasso at 10,000 kilometres per hour.
Lasso.
John Wayne wasn't actually in the Wild West. He was a Hollywood actor.
I'm never going to finish this podcast. John Wayne spinning his lasso.
Let's pronounce lasso.
Lasso. It better not be after all this. John Wayne is spinning his lasso at 10,000 revs per minute. And lo and behold...
Yeah. Revving.
Oh, it's a revolution. The lasso's revolving. It's not necessarily a car. For God's sake, will you let me finish? Area 52. Otherwise, Gus is going to be here. And we're not going to raise enough money for him. Right. John Wayne is spinning his lasso.
How many revolutions is he spinning that?
He's spinning it at 10,000 revs per minute. Lo and behold, to the horses and cows' dismay, he creates a black hole.
Was there any cows in the desert?
Yeah, of course there was. That's why
Why
they're
do you call cowboys?
Right.
You numb.
Yeah.
I don't think
You
cows
get an
live
extra
in the
bean
desert.
for that, right?
Big balls, wasn't it?
Well, they would be called horseboys then, wouldn't they?
Anyway, lo and behold,
Or
it creates...
cowboys.
Lo and behold, it creates a black hole for which we can throw whatever we want in it. A pet peeve, an antic, an annoyance, a product that really irritates us, or in Ryan's case, a person that really irritates him. My 2 co-hosts here get to throw an item into this black hole. John Wayne is allowing it. Just one item, or one person, one thing. And we get to make the Wild West better, safer, happier place to live. Yeehaw! What are you going to throw into this, what we're calling Area 52 in the Wild West?
I'm going to throw in there the person who invented hard plastic packaging.
Okay, like
You
when
know
you
what
buy
I
a
mean,
toy.
don't you? Yeah, like when you've got, like, maybe it doesn't happen so much anymore, but it used to happen when you were little. Like a little small toy, and it'd be in plastic packaging.
Yeah.
But the plastic packaging was so difficult to get into. Even if you had like a pair of scissors or a knife or a bloody flamethrower, you're like, you just want to play with your toy, but you can't. You open it, it's
Can't
too
get it.
hard, and you're trying to cut it, and it doesn't work. And
Yeah. I feel your annoyance there, actually. Yeah, Darren, do you
I'm
agree with
you
it?
on
You know what
that.
he's
I
talking
remember
about?
that when
Yeah.
I was a kid.
I always used to remember sometimes you'd have a toy that you really idolised and you loved, and getting those scissors in there sometimes scratched the new toy before you even got to it, because you can't open it with your teeth. It's too strong, especially the seams where it curves. Really strong plastic there. So I agree. I actually hate those. It's not even in toys. We're mentioning toys, but it's in everyday use, really.
Yeah.
You buy an item and you have to get some scissors. Usually some of them you can sort of push
but
open
you
it.
used to think you could do it.
Yeah.
It would look like you could peel it apart.
Yeah,
but
but
really you couldn't.
It was sealed for
Yeah.
good, like airtight seal. I agree. I'm happy to throw that.
I don't like those little wire things they put on as well, on toys.
Yeah, I suppose.
Remember me?
They're not too
It
bad.
took me ages to get one of my niece's toys out on Christmas.
Right. Why are you getting one of your niece's toys out?
Because I bought her a toy.
Why isn't your niece
Christmas?
that's doing that?
Clearly
Because
it's
my
too
niece
difficult.
is 4 years old.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Then. Yeah. Okay. I thought he was ruining Christmas for everybody. Down
Yeah, I was just
I'm
playing with
opening
it.
your toy.
It does
She's
sound
like,
like Darren.
Uncle Darren, can I play with it? No!
Yeah.
Mine!
Would you throw that in there, Darren?
Yeah, I would.
What? Welcome back, Darren. Yeah, I throw it in there, and it's a good one. Yeah, I never thought about it, but it is very irritating. Especially when you've got to get the scissors, and you can never find the scissors sometimes. Or you get blunt scissors, and it's just no good. You need sharp scissors. Yeah. Darren, how about you? What are you willing to throw into John Wayne's black hole?
I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go for start off with one of Ryan's quotes here.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw off the people
Oh, okay, yeah.
that make a big deal of me being ginger.
Oh, controversial, Ryan.
Yeah, it's not like what it is. Even people who are being kind and things, it's like they still
Ooh, let's
talk
give him
about
that.
yeah.
He's a ginger.
There's still people still talk about your hair colour. It's like, yeah, it's just a hair colour. You know, I'm still human. I haven't got acid for blood.
Yeah.
We don't lay eggs.
I don't know that for a fact.
But
Yeah,
I've
we
got
haven't
acid for
seen
blood.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't seen your blood.
Gingers do have
People-
souls.
Yeah,
We've
I
seen
don't know.
that video.
People make just a big deal about it. And it's just her.
It's one of them, and people say what they see now, and it's so radiant, your hair, Darren, that
I don't think radiant's the word I would use.
that it's just a topical thing to say, isn't it? You know, when you've got nothing else to say, you just say, I agree with it, it must be very annoying. I'm not ginger myself, but it must get quite annoying. You hear it a million times.
Yeah, I don't hear as much now because seen as I look like a celebrity.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
like,
Gollum.
yeah, Gollum. So I keep getting people saying, "Oh, it's George Weasley," or
George Weasley. Is there a George
is
Weasley?
it George?
Brendan
Yeah.
George.
Oh, I didn't know it was George. I thought it was
Yeah.
I only know Ron Weasley. I'm not a big Harry Potter.
And now there's that new actor what's come out. That is it. Donald. I don't know how to pronounce his first
The
name.
new Harry
Donald
Potter.
Gleeson.
Is he the guy that's in The Revenant?
Yeah,
He does actually look like
Yeah.
you there, Darren. It's really strange.
I get that quite a lot now.
I'll have to show you a picture of him. It's a spit to Darren. It's really weird.
He's in Star Wars as well.
Is it? Oh yeah, yes, yeah. He's a good guy, isn't he? No, he's a
No,
bad guy.
he's the villain.
He's a bad guy.
He's
yeah. I remember.
one of the generals.
Yeah. I agree with you, Darren. It must get quite annoying. Me and Ryan do it all the time, don't we, Ryan? High five. Nearly got him.
Better luck next time.
Yeah. Yeah, it must get pretty annoying. I'll throw it in there. We probably bully you too much, Darren.
I don't think we bully him enough.
Do you not think?
No.
Think we could do a bit more?
I think you need to be bullied a bit more, Darren. And the perfect thing to bully you about is the colour of your hair. So I'm
I know. I
going to
probably shouldn't have mentioned that.
You're not mentioning like carrot top, red top. Well, they all say those type of things. Don't they?
ginge. That's what
Yeah.
you call it. Yeah.
Ginge
Ginge.
bin.
I got it in primary school and high school. I don't get it as an adult.
Other than from us.
Other from you.
Gingers do have souls, Darren. We do know that. It's just
Does
sort of-
anyone have a soul?
Yeah.
That's the topic. for
Gingers
today.
do have
Yeah,
souls.
gingers definitely do have souls. It has been scientifically proven.
It's just that I
There's
don't.
Carrot Top on
Yeah.
YouTube proved it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gingers do have souls.
So I will throw it in for
I
Darren's
won't
sake.
throw it in,
No,
no.
you're not gonna throw it in.
I can't give it up, Darren. I'm addicted.
Darren, I'm afraid
looking.
because it's not a majority vote.
Fair
I
enough.
cannot throw it in. I'm afraid.
There's a good one.
Just
though.
leave me to be abused.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
afraid you're gonna have to cope with it until you die, Darren, at 42, due to lack of nutritional food in your system.
You're trying to say pie and chips is nutritional.
I mean, the gravy is. It's all right. It's got
Gravy's definitely not nutritional.
at least it's water in there. But
There's no water in a pie.
I suppose there's little bits. I suppose, but yeah. You know, I'm going to throw into Area 52 this week.
You're not supposed to throw anything in, you're the host.
Yeah, your host
No,
don't usually
I'm
do
going to
that.
throw
Well,
something
go
into
on
there.
then.
The excessive need for over cryptic passwords. I've recently changed my passwords in work, and it has to be one uppercase, at least two lowercases that don't repeat themselves, a number, and a symbol.
But it's been
I agree with Phil,
scientifically
100%.
proven that doesn't produce a strong password even.
But
The strongest password I read is just a string of random words.
really,
Like jizz 40 bean sprouts.
right? No numbers or
How did you know
uppercase.
my password?
Been spying on you, Darren. I only spy on gingers.
It just annoys me because I always forget it. I've got 1 or 2 specific passwords and I can sort of alternate them by putting a capital letter in there. It's fine. But now they're introducing these really random rules, like throw an at character in there. Or can't have 2 of the same number even though they're not connecting, you know, so it completely changes it. So I want to throw really cryptic passwords in there. I think we're going too far. We're forgetting it, let alone somebody else is sussing it out. Well, I mean, I do. I understand where they're coming from. But my password, as you know, Ryan, is pretty cryptic. I've said it out to you a million times and I have no hesitance. I'm not going to say it because this is a recording, so people can just go back. But I'll tell you the first bit. U1012. There you go. And even still, after a week of me saying that, unless you've recorded it, I don't even think you're going to remember that. So I think my cryptic password is pretty good, and that's from college days. That's well over 10 years now. But now we're throwing in everything. So I want to throw in really, really cryptic passwords. Ryan, would you throw them in? Are they annoying you?
Not annoying me, no.
No? You're happy? You don't forget your password?
The only reason it annoys me is because it's not based on any sort of fact. It doesn't make the password any stronger to have a capital letter in and a few numbers and some symbols. Yeah, that's not what produces a strong password. So in that sense, it annoys me. But in the other sense, it stops idiots Darren.
Are you looking at Darren now?
Just having the password as password, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
let me in.
and then complaining that the bank account's been compromised by a gang of Siberian cyber criminals.
So, are you prepared to throw that in, Ryan? Does it annoy you that much, or do you think it's justified?
I'm gonna let it slide and let it go in there, but not for the same reasoning as you.
Okay.
For different reasons.
I hate it. I absolutely can't stand cryptic passwords.
Okay.
You finally write a password and it's asking, oh, you're supposed to put a number in there. So you put a number in.
The numbers are okay. But...
Oh, you put a capital letter in there. Yeah. So you put a capital letter.
And they're symbols.
Then it says, oh, put a symbol in there. So
all of Darren's passwords are passwords.
Yeah.
100%.
It's just like, if my password is password, that's my fault. It's not the fault of the company.
I know, but it ends
that's
up being
my
their
fault.
They then have to deal with loads of
it's true.
hassle because of it.
And probably next they're going to throw in like emoticons. You have to put like an emoji in there as well.
Smiley face.
Yeah. Winky face, wink, wink. So Darren, are you going to throw it in?
Yes.
Yes, it goes in. Cryptic passwords gone in to the black hole. The Wild West is happier for another day. Okay, that ends our Area 52 for this week. Next, going to go to our final part of the quiz. It's a quiz that Ryan is looking forward to in particular this week because he was the host last week. It's our Careless Co-Host Quiz. If you listened to our podcast last week, we have some very nice, tasty jelly beans. And some of them are flavoured quite well. Some of them are flavoured pretty horribly. As you may have heard last week, I almost puked on live on air because I'd had 10 because I'd lost miserably and kept buzzing in to, create a bit of a tension atmosphere for the podcast. It obviously didn't pay off.
I don't think that was the reason you buzzed in so much.
I did not brush my teeth that night, and Annie, my girlfriend, said my breath smelt like a dying dog that had just had some dog food. So, for our listeners, we have some beans in front of us here. And the rules of the quiz are I'm going to ask you some selective Wild Western cowboy themed questions. The loser of the quiz has to eat an additional 3 of these lovely tasty beans. If you answer a question incorrectly, you will get an additional bean. Ryan's just smelling them at the moment. If you answer a question correctly, you can either have a point, or if you've got some beans, you get the chance to deduct a bean from your score, but you do not get a point. So remember, you have to win the quiz. We have buzzers with us like we had last week. That's Ryan's. And that's Darren's. It's the first person to buzz in and answer the question that gets the point. If you buzz in and answer the question incorrectly, you get a bean, and the other person gets to answer the question.
Or pass.
Or they can pass, but they don't get a point and they don't get a bean. So it's up to them.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Yeah? Understand the rules, Darren? Understand the rules?
Okay. All good. Let's go.
Let's go to the Wild Western themed Careless Co-Host Quiz. Just a test of your buzzers. We are good to go. Darren, would you like an extra bean for misbehaviour?
I'll pass on that.
Okay, here we go then. Question number 1. What are the metal wheels found on the back of a cowboy's boot commonly known as? Ryan's buzzed in very quick and he's got to get this right.
Tassels.
Tassels is incorrect, Ryan, I'm afraid. There is 1 bean for you. Darren, is it chokers, spurs, spinners, or heelys?
Spurs.
Darren is correct with spurs. Darren, would you like a point or would you like a negative bean?
I'll go for the pint.
1 point to Darren. Next question. What are the spurs at the back of a cowboy's shoe actually for?
To control the horse, get it to speed up, or give it different directions. Basically, to control the horse.
Ryan is
I
correct.
knew that as
Darren,
well.
did you know I was going to buzz in?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't know that. I'd have had to go into multiple
I did
choice.
know that.
But yeah, you're right. It is for riding a horse, basically, or controlling and steering a horse. Ryan, would you like a point to be 1-1 with Darren, or would you like to get rid of the bean that I've just given you?
Take the point.
You're going to take the point and keep the bean. Okay,
Mhm.
we are 1-1. Remember, the loser gets 3 beans additional. Question number 3. According to legend, who was holding a pair of aces and a pair of eights during a game of poker when he was shot dead? And the hand, by the way, is known as a dead man's hand. Here's the multiple choice. Is it Wild Bill Hickok, Jesse James, Rapum Ralph, or Billy the Kid? Ryan.
Billy the Kid?
Oh, Ryan, no, I'm sorry. I'm afraid the answer was Wild Bill Hickok. There is another bean for you. Bean number 2, but you still 1-1. Next question. Clint Eastwood famously starred in spaghetti western films such as The Good, the Bad and the Ugly and A Fistful of Dollars. But why were these films known as spaghetti westerns?
Because they're Italian. They were filmed in Italy and the director was Italian.
Darren is 100% correct there. I didn't even need to go to multiple choice. Well done, Darren.
Thank you.
It's 2-1 to Darren.
Did I get an extra point if I named the director?
No, not really, but it was good though. Darren. Okay, question number 5. Where in America is classified as the Wild West? Is it all of the desert areas of America, Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona, everything west of Mississippi, or anywhere where there is an animal skeleton in the sand with a thorny cactus nearby? Darren has buzzed in.
I'll go for the west of the Mississippi.
Darren is correct with west of Mississippi. It's 3.
I think I remember hearing that on a song.
That's what I would have gone for, but
Would you?
I'm going to guess.
Okay, question number 6. What is the name of the style of hat a cowboy wears?
A Stinson.
I'm going to give him that one, Darren. It's a Stetson. You were close enough. Yeah, we'll give you that. Yeah, well done. Ryan, you get the chance
3-1.
Yeah, it's 3-1. You've got 2 beans. Would you like to get rid of a bean? Or would you like to take the point?
I'm going to get rid of a bean. I'm going to get rid of that bean.
Okay. Have you smelt that one?
I'm not eating that one.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no chance.
Darren, you are still winning 3-1, but Ryan's only got 1 bean and you've got 0. Question number 7. In a typical Western saloon, what could you not expect to find? Is it drunkards, someone playing piano, a 32-inch TV playing Sky Sports? Ryan, you buzzed in first there.
I'm going to go for 32-inch TV playing Sky Sports.
The tension's on, Darren, and he is correct.
I'm going to take the point on that one.
Ryan is taking the point. We are 3-2 to Darren so far, and Ryan has 1 bean. Okay, question number 8. Coming close to the end. In 1877, Congress passed the Desert Land Act, which permitted settlers to purchase up to 640 acres of public land. But how much did it cost to buy each acre of land? Was it 5 cents per acre, 25 cents per acre, 100 cents per acre, or 1,000 cents per acre?
25.
Darren is correct with 25 cents. Darren, well done. You get another point because you don't have any beans. It's 4-2. We have 2 questions remaining, Ryan. Question number 9. In the Wild West, people would challenge their rival to a duel by doing what? Was it throwing a stone at them, pushing them over, pouring a drink over them, or slapping their face with a glove? Darren?
I'm not sure if it is Wild West. I think it's it could be the 18th century, but I know they did do the glove thing.
So what are you going to go with, Darren?
I'm going to go with it.
You're going to go with the glove?
Yeah.
Darren is correct. 5 points to 2, Ryan. It doesn't look good. We're on the last question. Final question for today's Careless Minds. What discovery in the 1840s led people to rush to the west?
Gold.
Ryan
Gold.
is correct with gold. Are you getting rid of the bean?
Mm.
Yeah, obviously, I suppose it's the obvious choice. But Ryan, you get 3 beans. You don't get to smell them. I will close my eyes and pick them at random for you. Darren, you win today's Careless Minds Co-Host Quiz.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo.
That's the end of the quiz, everybody. Ryan, we're going to list you live on air eating 3 beans for being a loser. 1 bean, 2
Go and
bean,
get me a drink.
3 bean. Okay, everybody, we have 3 beans for Ryan. Darren, I can see you smiling.
Oh, yes.
So here we go. Ryan's eating the first one. He's chewing it. What flavour are we on, Ryan?
I think that might be a good one. He's not really pulling a face yet.
That was just tutti frutti.
Oh.
We got a white one. Baby wipes or coconut?
It's a bad one, but
It's baby wipes. Does it taste like baby wipes?
it does
doesn't it?
taste like baby wipes, yeah.
To be honest, I never tasted baby wipes.
Baby
No,
wipes
but
isn't
I don't
terrible.
think
terrible.
It's the smell, really.
Yeah. I think you're getting off easy this week. Man. I really do. I think you should have to eat a yellow one.
I'm not doing it.
You're not eating a yellow
No,
one.
straight up.
So it's a black one, Ryan. The last
This
one.
could be bad.
Skunk spray
Something.
or licorice. You don't like licorice, do you?
I don't like licorice, no.
But you'd rather it be licorice, right?
I don't know. I hate licorice as well.
No.
Is that a bad one? You've got to do it,
It's not
Ryan.
good.
You've got to do it. Here we go. He's putting it in. He's chewing it. Make sure you chew it. Don't just swallow it. Oh, oh, it doesn't look too bad, actually. Not good, though, right? So, Ryan, unfortunately, you was the loser today. That is your punishment. Darren, you were the victor today. You did very, very well at the Wild West. I think Darren's been doing his research.
I've been Ireland, actually.
Have you not?
I completely forgot to do anything.
Well, we've been Careless Minds. I've been Phil. Ryan over here, who's looking quite sick.
Bye.
Darren is going to be the host next week. What have you got for us in store next week, Darren?
It's the French Revolution and Napoleon.
Oh, okay. Right, we better be doing our research. It's me and you in the Careless Co-Host Quiz next week, and Darren will make it tricky.
I'm going to have to put a lot more time into research. What?
Yeah. Oh, he's gone. Anyway, goodbye, everybody. Thank you for listening, and we will see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Yeehaw! See you later, folks. Yeehaw! Woo!